At a fair, many people are watching the fair. Everyone is watching the fair. What are all the people watching? Everyone is there to watch the fair. So then where is the fair? Everyone is a watcher. They are fair watchers, so where is the fair? One by one, remove all from the fair. Will the fair remain? And all of them are watchers of the fair. The observer is the fair, isn't it? The observer is the world. The observer is the entire universe. You are the word. You are the universe. The observer is the fair. It is the observer in everyone's eyes. Yes, is in everyone's eyes. So, the observer is the fair. The observer is the entire world. So, I, the observer, become the fair to watch the fair. I become the world and observe the world. I become the 5 elements and see the 5 elements. And yet, I remain free from all this. That is, even when there is no fair, no 5 elements, no world, I am still here, isn't it? Anytime, anywhere, I remain free. The moment when I ponder over bondage and liberation, even at that moment, I am free. Because that is your nature. What is liberation? It is your innate nature, everyone's nature. Try to hold a little child for a little while. He will move around and slip away. Everyone loves freedom. Liberty is dear to all. So you are naturally free. You don't have to become free. You have always been free. Truly, there is no bondage anywhere. If bondage was true, then you could not be free. If bondage is a truth, how could you ever be free? You simply couldn't. After all, truth always endures. And if bondage is false, then it simply does not exist. After all, falsehood doesn't exist, does it? So then, where is bondage? Does anyone feel bondage in their own being? No, they don't. In own self, one experiences freedom at all times, even at times of intense suffering. There is a space within that is free. A place where nothing has ever occurred. Even in great hardship, connect inwardly. There is always an area that remains free, and that area is you. No one can bind that. Even at times of restlessness, there is a spot that remains calm. A place that is always undisturbed. That is you. That cannot be disturbed. That is the great silence. How do you experience restlessness? By being silent. And how do you experience agitation? By being peaceful. Otherwise, how would you experience restlessness? If you become restless, then how would you be able to experience it? Only by being calm you experience restlessness. Yes, in all states, you are that, Svetketu. You are that. You are. So, if God comes to me, or a liberated one comes to me and he says, tell me the way to liberation, what will I say to him? Everyone who comes to me are like that. You all are God, already free. Now, what can I tell you all? How can I talk about God to God? You are already free. How do I explain you are free to a free person? Tell me. It's a really tough job. You think that you are bound, that there is a blockage. Some people call it a blockage. Many think that someone else has bound them. And I see them as free. It is very difficult for me because he searches for himself by assuming some identity. That is the mistake he is making. In self, there is no bondage or liberation. The very feeling of being something else is bondage. That I am something else. That I'm bound. I am. That's it. Then no one can bind you. It's impossible for any force to bind you. So I am free by nature. Naturally free. Now, when I say I, everyone points their arrow to I. Earlier, when I used to say I, there was always some assumption of an identity. When the arrow finds its mark, it hits the target. So, what is the experience of I? It is silence, isn't it? What is the very first thing you feel when you turn within? Silence, stillness. Now, when you live in silence itself, you become silence itself. So what emerges from that state? From the feel of I, the form of I. So if you look at silence, it is infinite. This is the form of I. Or whenever you observe yourself, you see nothing, because once something appears, it becomes limited. You don't see anything does not mean there is nothing. It means you are infinite. Therefore, you cannot see anything. Because if you see something, it becomes limited, right? When you turn into true self, you see nothing. Because the self is infinite, so you see nothing. It is false to keep wanting to see something. Seeing nothing is accurate, and as it should be. You don't need to change anything. This is a clue. Do not see anything. That is the supreme. We do not agree to that. If you desire to see something, then the supreme is lost. Yes. Now close your eyes. You will not see anything. Now close your eyes. Nothing will appear. You are at the right place. Exactly as it should be, right there. And in the quest for something to appear, you lose it. So this is the form of I. Now the form is being formed right. This is the form of I of self. And what is the nature of that form? It is without burden. It carries no weight at all. It is as light as a flower. So the state of I is silence. The form of I is infinite. And the quality of I is burdenlessness. And the action of I is consciousness with knowingness. Nobody feels that they are dead. Everyone feels conscious, feels alive. This is the action of I that always remains alive, untouchable even by death. It is always full of knowingness, completely filled with consciousness. That is I. No one ever thinks that I am dead. That is why when someone talks about dying, it doesn't appeal because by nature it is conscious. Death is something the soul does not know. Thus, the very idea of death is unappealing. Action of I is conscious. The notion of death is not liked. Because essentially, you are of the nature of immortality. How could something immortal know what it is to die? It isn't even aware that it dies or is born. It has no notion of that. Therefore, you cannot predict the future of I, the soul. People make predictions. How can you predict what is beyond time? It is the era of eras, as Mahakal says, right? Who devours time? Mahakal devours it. Hey, if your age is supposed to be 45 years, then who consumed 45 years? Is it still there anywhere? I devoured it, didn't I? From this morning, all that you have done at 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Who consumed time? I ate it. I, Mahakal. Am I or am I not? Every moment you are devouring time. You really are. And you don't even notice it. 40, 50 years pass. You don't even know it. Because effortlessly, you keep devouring time without even realizing. You only notice it bit by watching clocks and such. Then you calculate it. Mahakal is your soul. It has devoured infinite births. It has consumed birth after birth, hasn't it? You consume all this effortlessly. There is immense glory in being effortless, so vast. Simply, never be artificial. Meditation, all this is mere artifice. Showing off knowledge is all being artificial. Just remain as you are, and you will naturally become happy. You take a form at times, yet you exist always. You take a form at times, yet you exist always. Because that is your inherent nature. So, you make only one mistake, only one fault. You believe yourself to be something. Whatever you assign yourself, that is the greatest mistake. Then, from that mistake, many more arise. Yes. So, once again, know the I as the I. Do not attribute anything to it. And if you keep attending satsang for countless ages, you will become truth itself, as you already are. Then you will search, where is the world? And the world will not be found. If you search for the body will not be found. You will become liberated in life.